Hey guys, back out here on this 66 Chevrolet truck of Mr. PIB's. Most of y'all know some of my other videos, the motor that was in this truck, it was supposed to be some high dollar motor. It was junk, okay, just pure junk. So it's still in the truck. The transmission stuff's out of it. It's laying right there next to the lift. Everything's loose. I just got to pull the radiator and stuff out. Found out the radiator had a leak. This truck's really fought me. Some of them do that. Some of them don't. I don't know, what the hell ever. It is what it is. It's what you get when you fool this old stuff. But we're going to get it. I will win at the end of the day. And as long as Mr. and Mrs. PIB are happy, I'm happy. I'll be real damn happy when I see them pulling this thing out of the driveway, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so the 350 sucked. That was anyway. I'll shut up. So as most of y'all know, I pulled the Nova in here. And against my better judgment, I went ahead and pulled the motor out of the car. I wanted to get that motor running in the car because I knew better. But stupid me, sometimes I go against, again, my better judgment. I went ahead and pulled the motor out of the car, which needed to come out anyway. I may eventually need the subframe. It'd be a lot easier to get out without the motor. Or, maybe somebody else does. Whatever. So not really out a lot. However, I did pull the motor apart, separated it from the transmission, cleaned it up good, put freeze-out plugs in it, painted it, mostly painted it. Anyway, my dad, when we had it flipped over, putting the oil pan gasket and stuff on it, he noticed a cam lobe wore out. And I started checking the end play on the crank. And, it's not a big deal, the cam. I've got cams laying around every damn where we've put, aftermarket cams and stuff in. I keep the stock cams, especially if they're in good shape. They're already ran in. It's a lot better than any cam you're going to buy at AutoZone. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So it had a lot of end play. So we took the rear main off, and the thrust bearing was cutting into the crank. It cut into it quite excessively. So if the motor needed a crank, it's junk. We scrapped it. It's, matter of fact, it's down here in the back of a truck. It's going to go to the scrap yard. Absolute garbage. Nobody wants a 307. And it probably would have hurt the resale value of the truck. I know if I was to go buy something like that and they told me it had 307 in it, I'm going to kind of, I don't know, whatever, probably walk away from it. Anyway, but Mr. PIB, he wants something that just runs good. He don't care if it's a powerhouse or not, and it would have done him well. So anyway, the motor's junk. We've got the Nova out of here. I've got the old motor out of here. I've cleaned up the garage to an extent, just put my tools and stuff up. I could have left all that out, but I get aggravated with something. I just got to put everything up and start over at square one. So this is a 91 Chevrolet truck that I traded for quite a while back. Traded a 64 Oldsmobile for this thing, and to be honest with you, when he sent me pictures of it, I thought, man, that's a piece of shit. I don't want that. Texted him back, told him I'd pass, and the more I thought about it, I had that Oldsmobile, and I couldn't give that damn car away. I thought, well, I could at least use the truck for something, and he said it ran good, and he wasn't far from me. So I wrote him back. I said, hey, man, let me just come look at that old truck. Maybe we can work something out. So I went down and looked at it. He started up. It ran fantastic. I thought, man, that's good. And I got up in the truck and looked behind the block. You could see the 5.7 back there. And thought, okay, well, it's a good run 350. I'd probably trade the Oldsmobile just for the damn motor. So drove it down the road. The transmission changed out perfect. This is one of the best changing $700 that I've ever drove. And came back and I said, yeah, let's do it. Let's trade. So I'm going to use the passenger side door. It's got some good fenders, got a good hood, got a good radiator support, got a pretty good grill in it. Somebody wanted a black one. The both bumper's decent. It's got a good air dam on the bottom. The driver's side door is boogered up. The frame's rotted. It's really, really rusty. This truck come from Missouri, and I'm guessing that's probably why it made it to Tennessee. I think they had to have them inspected in Missouri, and no way this truck would pass an inspection with that rotted frame. But we don't have to deal with that in Tennessee, so we end up with a lot of this stuff like this around here. But anyway, good running gear, good rear end, good front end, and I need all the four-wheel drive parts out of the front. And just that stuff was going to cost me about $300 out of the local junkyard, scrap yard, whatever, salvage yard, just for my 90 model. So I'm going to come out pretty good on the truck. So I've sold this motor to Mr. PIB. This is a again, a good running motor. I've got paperwork on this motor and the transmission. They were put in. These are GM Goodwrench pieces, the motor and transmission both. They were put in at a dealership. Both of them have right around 100,000 miles. One of them's got about 1,000 miles less than the other. So anyway, I've looked at it, checked it out good. The oil looks good. We'll start it up and be the last time that this old truck gets started. You see this door, just junk. I mean, probably where somebody's been kicking the damn thing, trying to get it to shut, where the hinges are wore out. And see, somebody's done some just great upholstery work on this thing. The dash is just damn destroyed. I don't know how you can do that. I don't get it. I mean, you just get in here and start pulling at it, or what? I don't know. Anyway, old battery's a little weak. It is out of gas, just about. That fuel pump's running, but it ain't got much gas in it. It may be out. No, there we go. The old fuel pump may be getting weak, but we're taking the fuel injection stuff off, putting the carburetor on it. But it's got, again, really good oil pressure. I've drove this truck. I used it here on my property, just kind of piddling around, you know, out in my field, picking up rocks and stuff. We can just throw them in the bed. But I've got plenty of trucks and I have a tractor, so, you know, it's just not really practical for me to keep this truck around for stuff like that. But just a really, really good running old motor. It don't skip, it don't smoke, it don't leak anything. Yeah, I can still hear that old pump running. It sounds pretty rough, but it doesn't matter. It's done. That's it. So that old door is just destroyed. That's it for this truck. As far as being in one piece, now it'll live on through other trucks, whatever. Some people feel sorry for this old stuff. I guess I do to an extent, but you know, it is what it is, guys. There's no sense of fretting over some old junk like this. Anyway, I would like to go ahead and get the oil drained, get the antifreeze drained. There's been, oh my God, the antifreeze. I have wiped up antifreeze. It's been a damn nightmare. So get everything drained out of this truck and get that motor out. I'll probably go ahead and pull the fenders, the radiator support, the hood, and everything. Just go ahead and get all that stuff off, set it to the side, because, again, I need the support. I don't know if I'll use these fenders. I've got two fenders that are much better than these, so I'll probably just use those. Those are on another truck in my junkyard, so I'll probably use those fenders. It's a square headlight truck, so I'll need this radiator support, and, you know, I don't know what else. Just some... trying to see if my little light work. Yeah, still works. So anyway, the door, I don't know if I'll use those mirrors or not, but again, really good parts truck, guys. And this motor is going to do really good in this truck, I do believe. Get the 4-barrel intake in here from Summit. I've ordered the intake and the fuel pump from Summit. I've ordered the flywheel and stuff for his 3-speed, the manual from AutoZone. I'm going to go ahead and put a rear main seal in this motor. May go ahead and do an oil pan gasket. Don't know for sure. Again, it don't leak, so I kind of hate to break it apart. But and we could always do the oil pan gasket later. The rear main seal, different story. Once the motor and stuff's in it, this being a one-piece rear main seal, you have to have the transmission, flywheel, and all off of the motor. So we'll probably go ahead and at least put the rear main seal in it. And that'd be about it. Hopefully everything goes well. We can use all this front assembly, I hope. I don't really see any reason why we can't. Never know, though, especially with this damn thing. Guys, as always, I appreciate you watching. And hopefully, on the next one, we'll have this motor and stuff out of here and this truck back out of my garage. See y'all later.